Hey everyone, my name is Mohammad Hanif of CSC batch of G section. Here we are going to discuss about the problem of agriculture marketing with the farmers and how to solve it. So, the beginnings of the agriculture reach far back into the history. One of the oldest human activities, farming, developed long before the first written documents. However, the exact date of its origin is still unknown. Today, the agricultural sector is one of the most important in the country, employing about 70% of the labor force. But this sector suffers because of low productivity, and because of this, it is becoming increasingly difficult to feed a growing population. So, the farming growth is one of the most talked about issues as a major portion of our population, which is still engaged with the agriculture industry. The main economic objective of agricultural development is to contribute to increasing per capita. Often, their low level of education and lack of communication has resulted in a general lack of awareness regarding modern research and inventions in agriculture sector. Climate changes are not only responsible for adverse weather conditions but also cause instability in farm commodity prices as well. So, let us discuss the steps to deal with agricultural problems. First is adopt and learn new technologies, depletion of natural resources due to widespread of farming practices, disruptions in trade networks, and fluctuations in global demand for the products in agriculture. Rates of food waste, which threaten to intensify food insecurity around the world, invest in farm productivity, manage with climate change, soil erosion, and biodiversity loss, rising meat demand for more food of higher quality, satisfy consumers, changing the tastes and the expectations. Stay resilient against global economic factors, inspire young people to stay in rural regions, and last but not least, the looming food crisis. So, what are the top solutions for this? So, here are some solutions to overcome this crisis, and they are provision of education to farmers, provision large area of land to farmers, reducing of the cost farmer inputs to farmers, encouragement of the gender and age in farming sector. Farmers should be encouraged to join cooperative society. So, what do you mean by provisions of education to farmers? So, let's discuss this. This means that efforts should be made to ensure that rural and urban dwellers get free or very affordable basic education. So, that's important. This will make it easier for them to learn about highly developed farming practices that improve efficiency. So this also continues learning via agriculture extension services and training seminars is vital for farmers in the agriculture sector to ensure that they are currently deploying the best practices on their farms and agribusinesses. So our second point, provision large area of land to farmers. So what does it mean is that government should make it easier for farmers to access lands for starting and expanding their farms in a commercial purpose in order to produce large quantities of farm product for the entire globe. And farmers who have proven their efficiency should be given lands to rent at reduced cost with the options of purchasing such lands at reduced cost over a period of time. So this leads to our third point is reducing of the cost farmer inputs to farmers. So this means that government should reduce the cost of the basic farm inputs like seeds, fertilizers, herbicides, etc. So this leads to our third point is that reducing of the cost farmer inputs to farmers. So this means that government should reduce the cost of the basic farm inputs like seeds, fertilizers, herbicides, etc. which farmers will need and will also distribute to other farmers as well. So provision should be made to ensure that these inputs get to farmers directly without middlemen or brokers. If by any chance if these limiting factors can be effectively tackled in the state, the prospect for economic recovery and poverty reduction will be greatly enhanced. So our fourth point is encouragement of the gender and the age in farming sector. So what this means basically is that both gender and age should be encouraged to participate in agriculture sector to enhance more production for commercial purpose in the state. So this also can be done via sensitization campaigns to encourage both rural and urban women to pursue agricultural ventures. Also, special grants and financial incentives should be directed to female agriculture enterprises in order to ensure that benefits from the skill and intelligence that women can contribute to the economy. So what does this mean? Agriculture is not only for male, it's also for females. So last but not least, farmers should be encouraged to join cooperative society. This means that farmers should come together to form more cooperative groups, as this will make it easier and possible for them to have access to farming input, training, equipment and capital. So where they need to take their farming operations to a higher level, being a part of cooperative means mastermind groups will also opens farmers to learning farming practices from one and another. So thereby agricultural funds really need to be made available for these farmers, as this is still part of the most effective solutions to the nation's food and agriculture development as well. Another plus to funding is to provide these farmers with hybrid seeds and simple agricultural machines at subsidized rates.